So that's what I would say. That was sort of my main, like, oh, so cool to be hearing this from Pageau and having just listened to the Emerald and kind of having them interweave so well.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds really good. That was a important detail I didn't mention that yeah, the guys he encountered were foresters. And yes, so they're supposed to be taking care of things and yet they're just feeding their faces and getting drunk. And not only did they not warn him like it's against the law to kill that deer, the whole reason he killed the deer is because they had goaded him into it. They had brought their personal kind of just wanting to mess with someone into it. In our language, as unprofessional as you can be.
Mhm.
And then yeah, they paid for it, and then I mean he was in a way defending himself, and then yeah, he becomes an outlaw. I would and you mentioned yes, he fed the people when they weren't being fed by the ruler, the illegitimate ruler, the real ruler's gone. And he also serves a kind of justice too, because the whole society itself is unjust. There seems to be a lot of preying of the powerful on the weak. And so he's turning the tables on the powerful when he can, and like you said, not for his personal profit, but to help others. And he is yeah a reflection of what the true ruler should be.
Yeah, yeah.
And you had also mentioned something about the trickster figure. Oh yes, it it there has to be a feedback loop in any type of system, right? Like a society or an individual human, of the low to the high. And yeah, I had uh thought of how when he encounters Little John, who has the same name as the illegitimate ruler, right?
Yes,
Which is
yes,
kind
I
of
think that
funny.
is super important. But we can go into that later. Go ahead. Yeah.
But and also his name is ironic because he's huge. And that's
Hmm.
sort of made there's just this they can play with words, they can be playful kind of thing. They don't need to stand on these titles like these people they're stealing from who are oppressing the poor do. But yeah, so he loses to John's Little John's, so it shows he doesn't need to be the top dog all the time. You can imagine like a dictator of like a oppressive regime kind of like I think in North Korea they say like the leader um like he played the first time he played golf he played a perfect game. There's these stories that like the regime puts out. It's just like there's obviously something really wrong going on here. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm assuming that didn't actually happen. I mean, maybe he's not really human and he's a god and he does all this stuff. I can't technically one with 100% certainty know that, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he doesn't do these kinds of he's not a perfect god-like figure. Um